So I'm here talking with Laurie Coleman, who is the inventor of Blo and Go. And I guess my first question would be, what inspired you to make something like this?
I think it's absolutely one of those situations when they say mother is the necessity of invention. I would take a coat hanger. I'd be getting ready to go off and do to go to an audition or get ready for dinner, and so I would take my coat hanger and I'd hang it over my door, and I would put my hairdryer in it, sort of rig it up that way, just so that I could have two hands then to style my hair and blow it out. And I wanted it so have an up above angle, like when you're sitting in the salon, there's somebody above you so they can get your hair, blown out in that really great shape. And so I would do. One time a friend walks in and they go, "What are you doing?" I said, I have to get my hairdryer so it will be up above my head and I can have both hands, because it's so hard to hold your hairdryer, especially in the back of your head. And he said, "Hey, we should do something. We should try to create something like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess we should." And so that's really how it started. And then we went and worked with a couple of different engineers and to get, because what I didn't want it to just sit on your counter. I wanted you to be able to attach it. So this attaches to like a mirror or a window, and I wanted it to be flexible and then just hold any hairdryer, a big one, a big professional one, or a small one. So that's sort of how the whole thing started, and then it really, caught on.
Does it have a certain weight that it can hold? Up to a certain weight?
Yeah, I think it's about 2 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's really strong.
What did your family and other friends think about this when you first told them?
They just loved it. I mean, the thing is that I gave one to my sister, and she was at first, she goes, "Well, I don't know, if I would use it or something." I said, "Well, just try it." And she calls me and she goes, "Okay, I've used this for a week." She goes, "I absolutely can't get ready without it." And my other sister, too, she goes, "It's like, I happen to have 5 sisters." So she,
oh, God. That's good.
And she said, "It's just like it cuts my time in, getting ready in half." And then I gave it to my daughter, because she always comes and takes mine, so I got her own for her bathroom. And all of her friends, every one of them. Now she's gone off to college, so I got her and all of her friends a Blo and Go to take off to college, because I thought that's gonna be great in the dorm room. They're gonna love it. And
it probably saves so much space too.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You can take it with you, so you can take it to the gym. Because how many times have you been in the gym? I'm watching these girls, and they pick up the hairdryer, and then they set it down, and then they pick it up. And I've seen some people put it between their knees, where they're getting the next part of their hair. And so, that's the other thing. I wanted it to be able to be portable. I gave it to my son's girlfriend, and she's like in a little sorority in college, and every one of the girls just, all wanted to use it every morning. So really, once people see it, they're like, "Oh my gosh," it's kind of one of those things like, "Why didn't I think of this?" Which is exactly what Diane Sawyer said on the Today Show. She was like, "This is ingenious. It's one of those things that you go, why did I think of this?" Because, it's women get it immediately. So that was the other thing. When we were first kind of marketing this, in infomercials and stuff like that, there's a lot of men in that business, and so they were kind of like, "What?" And then one time we walked into a meeting, and there were 2 receptionists sitting, and the second I put it on the wall, they both were like, "Thumbs up." They totally got it. So
I guess for those who are a little bit less familiar with it, how exactly does it work?
Well, what you do is you just put the base against like a mirror or a window, or wherever you want to set it, and then you just push the pressure lock grip lever, so it absolutely, suctions. And I sometimes hate to use the word suction, because you think of those little things in the shower that you stick up and they always fall off. This absolutely does not fall off. It creates kind of a pressure lock system. And so it's really there in place. And then you just take your hairdryer and you feed it through the cord, feed it right through so it sits in a cradle. And then we have this little bungee cord that locks the hairdryer in place so it's not going to fall out or anything. And it's really strong. We were just on HSN with the product, and we showed it on a table, and you literally could pick the table up with it. So,
oh, wow.
I know. So it's very strong, and that's how it works. And it'll stay up. So I have mine on I have a little window in my bathroom, so I keep mine on my window, and then it kind of my mirror is in front of it, so it works out. I mean, I think people just find the space that it works for them.
And I know since you were a former model, did you try and kind of implement this product into either people who work in the fashion industry or, just different shoots or anything like that?
I did sometimes when there'd be a lot of us getting ready, and you'd have wet hair, and you'd start the process of blowing your hair out. I would take it, and I actually, before that, I did my coat hanger, and everybody was like, okay, I'm next. But now, I really haven't really taken it into that now, but I mean, I know it's been huge for people every time I talk to people that are in the hair business, they love it. And so and I still have a lot of model friends, and everybody has one now. All my friends have one.
Oh, wow. And I guess how much on time, I don't know if you did like a test of it, but how much on time, like on average, would this save someone?
Well, it kind of depends on, I think it absolutely will cut your time in half, and it depends on, some people dry their hair a lot faster. It depends on how long your hair is. My daughter happens to have really long, thick hair, and I would say she easily saves 20 minutes.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. It really is,
And are there any special tips for using the blow dryer, or it kind of just works however you normally do your hair?
Yeah, it really does. But I think the great part about it is it allows you to, get right underneath it, so you can kind of get the crown and get that kind of lift, or if you use the diffuser, it allows you to get that, the little curls. It kind of depends on your hair and the exact, what you're going for. If I want mine kind of more straight, I use a flat brush, and it works great for that, because you can get the hairdryer really close to your hair.
Oh, wow. And I know that you were just saying the diffuser, so you can use it for obviously not just blowout. You can use it for pretty much any style, right?
Yeah, absolutely, any style. Even if you're doing like the with the round brush and getting kind of the curl, works great with that. Really, that's the great part about it is that you're not sitting there holding your hairdryer, and I would forever smack myself in the head with it, because you're kind of trying to see the back, and this way it's it just takes all that aggravation of fighting with your hairdryer and your brush away.
And definitely less stress on your arms.
I know, yes. It's like, because it would hurt after a while. You're just like, oh, especially the heavy professional ones, it's like, oh, my goodness. So.
And I know I was reading somewhere that your husband used it. Can men use it too?
Well, they can. And, I think he's probably good. He kind of multitasks too. So every once in a while, if I just keep mine up, he'll stick his head under it and turn it on and just kind of, But absolutely they can. And now men have long hair too. So.
Exactly. And I know you're just talking about Diane Sawyer, and you've had, different spots in different television shows. What was that like the first time you had a really, big feature on a big television
it was really exciting, obviously. And I think what it did for me is it gave me, because sometimes you're like, well, I know I really love this, will everybody else? So it sort of gives you that confirmation that, yes, this is really a good product and women will really get this. Because it was funny, I was on the early show, and Julie Chen came to me afterwards. They picked 3 products that were women inventing products to help women. And so I was one of them they chose. I think they had a blackless bra, and then they had high heel shoes that you could change the height on, so they could go to low to heels. And then they had mine. And Julie Chen said to me afterwards, she goes, Laurie, she goes, I love this product. She goes, I have to get one. Please write down the website for me. She goes, I was thinking about doing something like this. So, so what it is it just kind of gives you confirmation that women really do get this. There's a need for it, and it's a very simple. It's not big and clunky, and you can put it away, so it doesn't always have to sit out, and it's portable, which is great too, because we're busy and we travel, and.
And nice. What do you hope for the future for the product?
Well, I hope to get one in every woman's hand so that everybody has one. And we're also working on developing a Blo and Go line of hair products. And we have a really wonderful one that's just about done now. But it just gives like kind of a nice sheen. It's not heavy or greasy. It doesn't weigh your hair down. But you know when you see the commercials and those women have that really shiny hair, it kind of just gives it like a real beautiful gleam. So we're working on that. So that's kind of what we're doing as well, is continue to market this and go international with it as well, but also get some hair products.
That's so nice. And are there any other beauty products in the works in terms of, not even a hair thing, any other ones you were thinking of? You probably don't want to disclose the idea.
Well, right now I sort of have my hands full with this one, so I'm working on that. But if we do, I'll let you know.